My name is Arita and I'm from Chong High School before coming over to Hwa Chong College. My current class is 20S74.
My name is Ituan. I was previously from Cat High and I JE into Hwa Chong, and right now I'm in council.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm from 20S6J and my CCA is Touch Rugby. I used to be from Nahua High School.
Hi everyone, my name is Priscilla. I'm from 20A10 and I was from St. Margaret's Secondary School.
Hi, my name is Dexter. I'm the chairperson of Open House 2021 and I was from high school. Currently, I'm in the Humanities program and my CCA is the Students' Council.
Hello, my name is Mindy Fuzui and I'm from 20A11. I was from Nanyang Girls High School.
So I think my Hwa Chong experience has been very meaningful and fruitful despite the COVID-19 pandemic, because when we had HBL at home, our teachers were always very involved in our learning, and apart from regular lessons, our teachers are also always available on WhatsApp and through other avenues, and whenever we submit our homework online, they also give us very prompt feedback, and it's just as if I'm still attending class in school. So despite us not being able to physically meet in school, I still felt that learning could continue, and it was still very meaningful even at home, as our teachers are always there to support us and they're always very caring towards us, because they also understand the difficulties we face at home when we learn, but the teachers are still very mindful of that. They will care for us. Honestly, when the COVID situation just came out, I expected it to ruin a lot of the fun and experience that we would enjoy, but then I feel that it has been a blessing in disguise. Because of all the measures that have been put into place, it also forms an opportunity for me to have a different kind of experience, a good different. So for example, the J1s now have our own homerooms, and all our lectures are our civics group based, so we don't have like mass lectures. So because of that, we get to have like more time with our classmates, and it gives us the opportunity to interact more with each other, learn more about each other. It's a common experience for us and I feel that it is very important in bonding us together. 1 year into Hwa Chong, and I feel that I really bonded well with my class, and I'm anticipating year 2 .
Well, I would say that despite the COVID-19 situation, if I had to use one word to describe my Hwa Chong experience so far, it would be extraordinary. It's actually super inspiring, right? How so many of my teachers have managed to take the past learning methods and quickly convert the same lesson content, right, but online. They had to do this for the first time with new technology. It's quite inspiring how all my teachers and all my classmates around me, right, adapted to this form. As for the other aspect of my student life, my CCA, the Students' Council has actually been remarkable. We really worked very hard in inspiring the school population to keep calm and carry on even in COVID-19. So things like welfare initiatives, where instead of having a bench where students could buy food, we organize deliveries to each classroom. Although it's been challenging so far and stressful at some times, we really bonded as one council and as a group of students in this CCA together.
Actually, my home-based learning experience has been pretty decent. So the CTs were very accommodating in the sense that they lightened a lot of the workload. There was a lot of like room and opportunity for me to get used to the new environment, like doing work from home as well as studying from home. So it was very much easy for me, as well as many other of my counterparts in school as well. Other than that, I feel like my HBL experience has been good because there were many opportunities created by the CT in a bid to like help us like bond with one another. So during HBL itself, it wasn't like very jarring for me because I found many friends that could relate to how I was feeling, especially in class. So that's why I felt like my HBL experience has been pretty decent.
I would say my home-based learning experience has definitely been very interesting because I'm not that experienced with home-based learning. I personally am quite a digital boomer. But it's really inspiring to see how some of my teachers have adapted to this new method of instruction. For example, some of my teachers have been teaching for tens of years, right? And they haven't had this push to shift to a digital method of instruction because physical methods of instruction have worked so well so far. But with the COVID-19 situation and with circuit breaker measures, they had to very quickly convert their existing curriculum and turn the syllabus 100% online. Some things could be converted quite easily, but other methods are quite difficult. How do you, for example, turn a 1-hour lecture on history online without having your audience lose attention when having to watch a 1-hour video? I think my teachers have really shown immense ingenuity and creativity in this home-based learning experience, and they really deserve a huge thumbs up from that. My classmates too have shown very interesting adaptations to home-based learning in the way that, for example, they couldn't gather in classrooms to form study groups, but that didn't really stop them. During lessons, for example, when a classmate's internet connectivity would be bad, we would use WhatsApp to text the classmate and update him or her on what is happening, and also we would inform the teacher. It really shows a spirit of class unity and batch unity in the way that we form study groups online, we form Discord groups with people from different classes taking the same subject so that we could share notes, we could share resources and help each other online in this period of home-based learning.
Actually, when I first came into Hwa Chong, I was quite surprised by how much staff there is. Like, during the briefing, if you are more academically inclined, there's like SMTP, there's GATE, those special programs to let you develop your academic skills. But if you are not so interested in the academic side of things like I am, there's still a lot of opportunities. Like for one, there's the SL culture in Hwa Chong, which is like basically student-initiated projects. Like almost everyone is somehow involved in an SL. So yeah, that's pretty strong too. And the school actually supports the SL, which is quite amazing. I think other unique stuff about Hwa Chong would probably be like the 7 events that council plans. So right now, we have experienced like 3 or 4 of the events already. So Teachers' Day was like the first big celebration. This year we had to have it in the class format, but I mean, the spirit was still there. And Math, which is traditionally one of the biggest events of the year, was taken online, which is quite amazing because like we recreated like almost the entire school on Minecraft servers. Yeah, and as we move ahead, there's open house, there's orientation, and so much more coming up. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
I think what's unique about Hwa Chong is the Hwa Chong spirit that is prevalent among the student body, the whole school. So like, what Hwa Chong spirit is it's essentially like the helpfulness and the care and concern that what each of us have for one another lah. So like, even though we are not really close to each other and there's still like a sense of strangeness with each other, but we still try our best to be welcoming and like we really care for one another at the core of what we do lah. Even though I am a JE student, I don't feel very like foreign. I feel very like welcome to Hwa Chong because everyone is so open and is so like friendly to one another. So there's no distinction between whether you are IP or JE or like DSA. Everyone is like a Hwa Chongian lah. I think this Hwa Chong spirit has been like one example that is prevalent in touch rugby, like which is the CCA I am in. And in touch rugby, the vibe that it gave me was very welcoming. It's very homey and very cozy, and everyone has been very willing of helping each other. Because when I first went in, I had zero idea what touch rugby is. However, like some of my batchmates already know what's going on. And like even though I didn't know them, it didn't stop them from offering their help, and providing tips on how to improve in CCAs and stuff. Yeah, so I feel like this culture, this spirit is very unique to Hwa Chong.
I chose Hwa Chong because I am very interested to meet new people, and when entering Hwa Chong, I really like the campus for one, and it is also like the rich heritage, the rich Chinese heritage, and also being able to get to know people from the Hwa Chong High School and Nanyang Girls' School. Yeah, so at the same time, I also got to meet my primary school friends who actually were from the IP schools, and I think the experiences that I gained in this school is fulfilling during this year, and it is something that I wouldn't regret, and if you ask me again, I would definitely choose Hwa Chong. I think also one thing that you can look forward to is the annual things we do like orientation. Orientation was really something that is very exciting, and we were supposed to have POP as well, but unfortunately we couldn't have it this year due to COVID-19. But I'm sure it is something that you may want to look forward to, and even if it may not be possible, I think there are a lot of exciting events that the faculties would plan for us. Yeah, so I think my experience in Hwa Chong has been very fulfilling and fun, and being able to get to know new people and all the different new experiences is really something worth looking forward to in Hwa Chong.
I think the first reason I could think of is that when I first came for the open house for Hwa Chong, I felt a very homely vibe. I guess it's more like the school itself suited what I was like, I guess. Because when I stepped into the school and I interacted with many of the seniors, I felt like this could be a place for me. So that was the main reason why I chose Hwa Chong. But other than that, I think after stepping into Hwa Chong, there are many other reasons for you to join Hwa Chong. For example, they always talk about how there's always this IPJE segregation. But I really don't think it's true, because after joining Hwa Chong and interacting with a lot of people from the IP stream, there's really no barriers, and you feel like when you interact with them, it's like interacting with any other people, and you still form a lot of strong friendships and bonds. The third reason would be, I think the resources in this school is really very good, and the teachers are very, very willing to help you, you know. The 自强不息 spirit here is also very strong. So a lot of classmates also work very hard, and I think that pushed me to work even harder for myself and achieve my goals.
I think I felt the Hwa Chong spirit the most, especially when we were preparing for OP. During this whole process, when our class, everybody is just very focused on that one goal where everybody's working towards to. And despite us being in different groups, we will always support one another and give each other feedback and comments and suggestions on how we can work better for our OP. And I felt that it was very heartwarming for me, especially because it made up for all the physical time that we lost during circuit breaker, especially. And through that time, I really felt that our class bonded, and it really made me feel like, wow, this is what Hwa Chong is about. It's about us bonding together and being together, especially in hard times. And even though maybe something academic, we still don't forget about our classmates around us and to give them help whenever they need to. And also not to forget the welfare initiatives that our faculty has given us. Yes, we got free Milo and cream puffs for our OP, and it was really quite a surprise. It gave us encouragement and felt that we are one big Hwa Chong family and not just your identity as whatever class you're in.
The first time I came into contact with the school spirit was last year. So I visited Hwa Chong for open house, and when I stepped in and went to the Central Plaza, it was amazing. Because I remember Ushu was performing, and there was so many people gathering at the Central Plaza, and everyone was cheering them on and stuff like that. It felt really heartwarming, felt really warm, it felt very homely. At that point in time, I felt, wow, that's something I want to be a part of. That's the school culture that I want to be a part of. And when I joined Hwa Chong, I could really feel that. Even in orientation, people were really friendly, they were willing to help, and they were actually quite inclusive. This carries on even in the days of COVID. Every class, the class spirit is actually quite strong. At least for my class, we are all very willing to help each other, and we are quite inclusive as well. And even along the corridors, even if I don't know the person will still help me when I need it. This is part of a wider school culture, which I really enjoy because I feel included, and yeah, it's really warm and homely.
I think the Hwa Chong spirit is something that you have to feel by yourself. It is something where all of us come together as one Hwa Chong body, and when we sing the Hwa Chong cheers, those soda chase cheers, we really get to bond together and come together as a cohort. It is a very strong spirit where we will carry it on even after we graduate from this school. Generally, I felt this very strong Hwa Chong spirit when I came to this school, and it felt like there is a sense of togetherness, and I think it is something where I really enjoy and I feel a part of this family.